When the Razer Blackwidow Chroma keyboard first came out, I bought it, reviewed it, and then compared it to the Corsair Gaming K70. Now in this comparison, I kind of gave Razer some problems because I wasn't a big fan of their green Kale switches. But to my defense, at the time, when I bought the keyboard, green Kale switches were only available, and when I bought my Corsair Gaming K70 keyboard, only red switches were available. Now they have red, blue, and brown, and Razer has their Kale green and their new silent switches. And comparing them was pretty unfair because the green Kale switches are much like blue switches in the sense that they're very tactile and clicky, and the reds are pretty silent. So once Razer saw my comparison, they let me know that they did have a stealth version available, and they wanted to send it my way to see how I feel about it and what my new thoughts were on the keyboard. After using it for a few days, I love these new silent keys that the Razer Blackwidow Silent Edition keyboard has inside. So for this video, it's going to be a sort of like an updated review since I already reviewed the keyboard 2 months ago. But this review is going to be on their, like I said, their stealth switches, which are their orange switches inside. So just a little review and an update on my thoughts and opinions on the keyboard. Just a quick breakdown of the keyboard itself. $169 it retails for, and it is very, very nice, has very bright and vivid LED lights, and the reason for that is because under the keys themselves there is a nice white backplate which really lets the lights reflect off the key inside onto this white backboard and really illuminate to their full effect. So it makes it look really nice, it makes the keys pop, and it really takes advantage of the 16.8 million color LEDs that this keyboard can enable. On the left side, you will find 5 macro keys, a nice thick braided USB cord, and on the right side of the keyboard, on the side, you will find a slot for a headphone jack, a microphone jack, and an extra USB slot. This is something that I really like, and I wish other keyboards would kind of have this standard in their upcoming wave of keyboards because, honestly, it's a really nice touch, and it saves a lot of space and clutter. The keyboard itself is made of plastic, but it's a nice soft matte black finish, which really complements the whole stealth look to it. The Razer Synapse 2.0 software is very user-friendly and very easy to use, but with the Razer Synapse software, very simple, like I said, has all your effects there, and it's very easy to use, so whatever you want to accomplish, you can easily do because Razer makes it very simple for you to understand. Looking deeper inside the software at some of the effects you can do, the first effect is breathing. Breathing is really just a pulsing effect where you can pick 2 colors and it will breathe those 2 colors in and out, and you can dim the brightness and stuff of that as well. Next up is a custom effect where you can pick any color for any key on the keyboard, which really makes it nice because you can really customize it to any way you want with any color. But they also have templates on the side which highlights certain keys in certain games, like for FPSs, MOBAs, and they also have game templates like Counter-Strike, Dota, League of Legends, StarCraft, and other ones you can download, which highlights the main keys you'll be using in the game. They have reactive typing, which is probably my favorite one. You pick a color, and whatever keys you press, they will light up for either a long amount of time, medium amount of time, or short amount of time for however long you have the duration for. This is really nice because it reacts to whatever you type, and I don't know, it's probably my favorite effect that I've seen. Next is spectrum cycling, which just cycles through all the colors of the 16.8 million color LED lights inside. Pretty nice. They have then static, which then just you can change the entire keyboard to one static color, any color of your choice. And then wave, which is everybody's familiar and famous rainbow effect. You can change it going from left to right whenever you want. Very easy to do because the software enables you to do so. So how's the performance of the keyboard and how does it feel? Well, honestly, like I mentioned earlier, I wasn't a big fan of the clicky tactile keyboards, just because that gets annoying, and when I'm streaming or something, or I'm making videos, I don't like to hear that clickiness constantly going on whenever I press a key. However, this stealth keyboard, very similar to the MX Cherry Red switches, they are very silent and very smooth to the touch, something I really, really like. And if you guys want to hear it, I'll do a little sound test for you guys so you can hear how these silent switches sound. Then I'll also show you the switches in the green Kale switches and how they sound. So all in all, I'm really impressed with the Razer Blackwidow Chroma keyboard with these stealth keys. If I had to pick a kind of downfall, I'm not really a big fan of the matte black finish because it kind of shows fingerprints and grease. But honestly, you can wipe that off, it's not a big deal. But I'd like to have seen it made from a higher quality, brushed aluminum, that kind of material. Yes, but I'm not going to complain because overall the keyboard feels very solid, very sturdy, and I'm not going to worry about it wearing down or breaking over time because it just feels like a high quality keyboard, even though it's kind of plastic. I'm a huge fan of the included 5 macro keys, and I'm even a bigger fan of the included headphone and microphone jack and extra USB slot on the right side. I really wish other keyboards would take notes from Razer, because this is a great addition. So is it worth the $169? I have to say, hands down, yes. If you're a big Razer fan, then this keyboard will be perfect for you. With the macro keys, and having the choice to pick between their green KL switches and these silent switches is great because some people, unlike me, prefer the blue switches where they are very tactile and clicky, and they like that a lot. I'm not a big fan of it, so the fact that they have both options available with the silent edition right here, that's a big bonus, and I really appreciate that as well. So like I said, $169, I do think it is well worth it. I love how the lights look, they really pop. Definitely some of the brightest lights that I've seen in a keyboard, and it really takes advantage because it makes all the colors very vivid and bright, and it just looks amazing. And that's what you're really buying it for, isn't it? You love these LED lights, the RGB craze is here, so if you want a keyboard that really takes advantage of the LED lights inside, this one is the best option, hands down right now. Well everybody, like I said, I just wanted to give you a general update on my thoughts and opinions on the Razer Blackwidow Chroma Stealth Edition keyboard since Razer sent me out the Stealth Edition. I really enjoyed it. Big thank you to Razer because, like I said earlier, I'm not a big fan of the green switches, but the Stealth Edition is much better, fits me a lot more, and I couldn't be happier. Great keyboard all around. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, you can comment down below, or hit me up on Twitter at randomfrankp. I'll most likely respond to you right away because I have them sent to my phone. And if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. I've done a ton of tech videos in the past, and I got a ton more planned for the future. Everybody, I'm RandomFrankp. Have a good day.